Okay everybody, and welcome back to Learn with Minecraft Education. As you can see behind me here, we've got a rather large sculpture of a character from a game called Among Us. And if you don't know what that is, I'm sure many of your students will. It's a popular game where we have to complete various tasks, and some of the people in the group are imposters. So as you can imagine, Minecraft is quite suited to this. We do want collaborative play and completing tasks, so it's not too difficult to incorporate some of these ideas into your game. So let's dive right in to a world that I've created. We'll jump straight ahead to the bottom of our big structure here and read this board. You must complete activities as a group, but be aware some of you are imposters, so you will need to watch each other carefully. At the end of the activity, you will get to vote and decide who among you are the imposters. Follow the path to the first activity. Now over in here, I've just set up some simple escape room type activities, and the idea is that when the students get to the end of those, they might have an idea who was trying to be helpful and who wasn't. So this one is figure out how to get through the door as a team. Activate the lever on the other side of the door to hold the door open, so that the rest of your team can get through. We've got 5 levers here in front of us, and the idea is we have to push these down in some combination whilst one member of the team runs through and activates the lever on the other side. So the way I've got it set up at the moment is it's this one here, so I will TP my agent, teleport my agent over there onto the first pressure plate, and then if I stand over here on this one, we can go through there. Now the way I've got it set up at the moment is that we stand on the pressure plate and it holds open. Now another member of your team would need to go through there and activate the lever. I just dash through as quickly as I can, leave the agent behind me. There you go, I managed to get to the door just in time before it closed. So that's our first activity. Obviously it'll take your students a little while to figure out which which pressure plates and how many different pressure plates activate the door. And I will, in another tutorial, I'll go underneath what's happening all here. We'll start looking at some logic gates, but for now let's go through to the next activity. So rotate the item frames correctly. The clue is east, northwest and southeast. So here we've got some item frames on the wall. This is a basic combination lock, so we're going to, the first one was east, so we'll spin that round to east. The next one was northwest, so we'll spin that round to northwest, and we've got southeast over here. And there you see the door springs open. And finally in here, to open the door, just add water. So we're going to nip into the chest here. We're going to get ourselves some water, put that in our inventory. Already got that in there for myself. Now there's 3 cauldrons here. I happen to know that the middle one is the only one that actually does anything, so we shall take a look at the door over there. It's all closed. We'll fill up this cauldron with water and the door springs open. So the students will probably be filling up the cauldrons and various different combinations and things, but actually for the purposes of simplicity, this one is just the middle one. Just fill it to the top. But you can have it, you could have, like, you know, this one filled up 1, this one filled up 2 and this one filled up 3. It could be a similar combination type thing, but again we can go more into that in another tutorial. So we go out here, up the stairs, and we're going into the back of the Among Us character, and we go down here and we say okay, that is the end of the task. It is time to vote. So at this point obviously the students will vote for the people in their group who they thought was the imposter. Okay, so let's have a little chat about some of the things, the other ways you can incorporate this idea. So one of the things I did with my students was just to get them all to join a world and just do a very simple building activity. So they all just pick an item, say they have to build a building or a castle or a tree or a snowman or something like that. And working as a group they have to do that, but a few members of the group won't be helping, and at the end they have to guess who it was. It really gets the students engaged. They really enjoy doing that. So it's a really nice activity for them to do. Of course, you could take this to the next level. You could get them to design Among Us worlds to use, and then vote at the end. And it's a really useful way to get your students fully engaged in what's going on. Now, this world that I've created, obviously there's a big building there behind me. It's more than possible to add lots more rooms to that to make those problems a little bit more complicated. I hope you can see the general idea and the scope of that. Now, what I will do is I will export this world, and it will be available for you to use for free if you would like. All you need to do is head over to Facebook and go to the Learn with Minecraft Facebook group. It should be pretty easy to find. I might put a little screenshot down there somewhere, and no, down there, I'm not sure. And if you search that in on Facebook and join that group and go to the files section, you should be able to see this world exported here, and load it up, have a play around with it. Obviously you'll need to adjust the settings and send it out to your students. And if you want to have a dig around and look at those logic problems that are in there and see how I managed to put those together, by all means, but they will be available in another video in the future. Okay, so I hope you found that useful today. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe, click the bell and all that kind of stuff. And in the meantime, enjoy playing with this world here, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks.